1, live now.
Oh, yes. Welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Bitcoin scary day yesterday. Oh, yeah, Golden Parachute. You missed the timestamps. Yeah, I'm just so busy right now. Like, I'm focused on so many things that I need to hire like an intern or something to put some timestamps on my public videos. I barely have any time to put timestamps on my private videos right now. So.
Buenos dias, amigo Stoic Outdoors. I'm here today too. I didn't get to travel yesterday. A polar vortex. It was really funny. My friend's dad was trying to explain that there's a polar vortex. It was really cute. He's been watching a lot of videos with his granddaughter. So anyway, yeah, I haven't left Grand Rapids, and then now we're sort of stuck down because one of our number got a cold, and we're afraid to go. We don't want to take her to see our other friend in Chicago and get them colds too. So we're gonna hunker down just for a few more days and see if our friend clears up their cold. But good morning, everybody. That has nothing to do with anything except that I am on. Is it Friday already? It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Last trading day of the week. It was a full day of trading, not like last Friday. Oh, when we get the requests starting up already. Matt, do you want to take it away with the indices? It's 8:30 now.
Oh yeah, let's kick it off with my screen here. All right, so starting with the SPY and daily chart, it's still very bullish. It is getting a little bit overextended from the conversion line down there, so possibly it could retrace a little bit, but it's in all-time high territory and still very bullish. And if this momentum continues, it could even continue way up to the 700s up here. So really, really bullish momentum for the SPY. The QQQ is still the same. If this bullish momentum continues, then it possibly goes up to the 548, but the conversion line right there, 512.98, is your daily support still because it is a little bit overextended. And also for the QQQ and SPY, there is still a little bit of a gap between Tuesday and Wednesday that could be filled as well before price really wants to go higher. And with that being said, IWM has a little bit of a daily loss of momentum by closing below the conversion line right there, but 240.16, that's going to be the target to try to close above later on, and then get into all-time highs, right? Once it's in all-time high territory, then I think things will be a lot more fun for the altcoins as well, and a lot more fun for small caps and growth stocks as well. So just being patient for that 244.46 all-time high breakout to continue higher.
Woo!
And I see a question real quick. Will you open any spots for your private session tier? No, it's open now. It's just, the price just increased. So basically tier 5, it's open for people to enroll. So go ahead, Stoic Outdoors.
So let's see. Let me take it away to DXYZ real quick because that thing is a pressing issue.
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys why. It is because
people ask me to chart that all the time, but I have difficulty charting that one, so I defer to you always on DXYZ.
All right, well, very cool. Well, you can tell all your Patreon level 5 members that it's time to start taking some profits here, because from the wave start down here at 1067 and then back to 2660, that's wave 1, wave 2. Now we're in wave 3. And we're right now coming right up on my subwave 1 target of 56.65. I should really be selling it right now. The market's not quite open. Selling it at 56.65. It's possible that it could even do, I use Matt's trick right here. On the right are my fib extensions, but on the left are fib retracements from this low down here up to, it's right at this 127, his 141.4 fib regular fib retracement is almost matching my 56.65. He's got 56.57. And if it goes up to this 1618, that's 57.99. So I'm going to say 56.65 and 57.99 possible. Definitely start selling into it. Don't set your limit orders at 56.65, or you'll just be, it's like trying to pull the lottery ticket. Maybe only a few of them will get filled before that and none after, maybe, or maybe 57.99. But yeah, it's time to take profits on DXYZ. Usually what I tell people, the way to trade these is you sell at least half your position into the wave one, and then you just let half sit in case it does keep going and doesn't pull back. But if it does pull back, that's fine. You don't really care about it. And then you buy more down here as it approaches the wave two target of 41.62. And then it finally tops out this cycle at $120, which is huge gains. That's like 3x from the next 41.62 target. All right, that's my DXYZ. I apologize if my signal is still breaking up. I'm still dealing with these same Wi-Fi issues here. Wi-Fi/ISP. Do you want to talk about Tesla, Matt, or do you want to talk about Tesla?
Yeah, I think go ahead, talk about it. It's basically at a very important level right now. So, go ahead.
Yeah, Tesla is up here at right now. It's making all-time highs at this very moment. It just struck 378.69. I still very much think that we'll almost definitely, I very much have a strong feeling that we'll see 412.53 before December 30th. I like by December 30th. That doesn't mean on December 30th. It's just that I drew this green line up here, this one right here, from the 138.80 low to 412.53, because that's in at 412.53. So all I'm going to do is get near this line, and we're on track for hitting that. And look how close we are now. So this 123.6% fib at 383.61 you should see some resistance right there, but maybe it'll just build a little bit base under and then come back over it. Overall, I think there's a very, very good chance that everybody wants to see this thing test the all-time high. So it's going to get there very close, like an asymptotic approach. Crap, DXYZ just crossed 55.24. Yeah, so it could asymptotically approach it and then kind of miss it, and then it can't quite get there, and then so it falls back again to this 123.6, and then builds a base, and then we get the God candle finally. So don't necessarily, maybe possibly expect that it doesn't go through the all-time high the first time, maybe swing and a miss, and then comes back for it after that. So, and that's my TA for Tesla. If it does get a God candle through the very first time, then I think it's going to 710, and it's just going to be a crazy rip up. It'll probably have some crazy ABs. I can't even show it. It's here you. Oh, now I got 710.22. So that's if it follows the exact fractal that we had, way back here in 2021 that led into the 2020. All right, so that's it. That's my TA for Tesla. It hasn't really changed. We're just a lot closer to seeing it actually happen now. All right, back to you, Matt.
Yeah, so I'm just taking a look here. Hold on one second. Let me switch my screen. All right. So yeah, Tesla is approaching the all-important 886, the 378.85. So this is the next resistance zone, the next level to really overcome before all-time highs. So this is the linear scale fib. Log scale fib, there's basically nothing above until all-time highs. So I'm really focused on this linear scale right now, 378.85. If it can close the week above it today, end of the week, then wow, that would be really fantastic for possible continuation next week. But if not, they could just still be stuck in a range until then. So that's the only thing I'm watching for today, 378.85. Yeah. And let's see, Palantir. We have more
All right,
Palantir.
let's see.
I see a Palantir, so I'll jump on that real quick. There's really no change except for it keeps on going higher, which is no change because it keeps on going higher. So essentially, it just keeps on going up and up and up and up and up. And I'm going to stop using linear scale fibs now, and I'm going to just only use log scale. And the next resistance is the 1.272 at 78.13. So this is probably where it's going to be a magnet to price. And I can see this being stopped out there for some time. So I'm not sure if it's going to break through immediately at that price. So that's what I'm watching out for Palantir, 78.13.
All right, and if you'll show my Palantir screen, I have this crazy confluence, which is that I've got it at 5 waves topping out at 77.77. So look around those numbers, the 77.77 to match 78.63, I think it was. So maybe that's a good place to like start taking, or just let it go. Maybe never sell your Palantir, because Mattsby is going to 100 in 2025, and it'll probably 10x again in the next few years. It's crazy. Palantir is just it's a crazy good hold. I don't know why I don't have it because I waited for it to pull back. That's why.
Yeah, everybody was waiting to pull back, but sometimes the markets don't pull back. And honestly, I can see Tesla start to do that too, because it's now it's a bullish chart now, right? Before, everybody complained it sells off all the time. That's why they're expecting it to sell off all the time. But no, this is a bullish chart. Like, people are traumatized. They have not seen a bullish Tesla chart in years, so they always think these rips are going to get sold. But no, this chart is bullish now, guys. So be more optimistic than pessimistic with Tesla. So with that said,
I'm going to do this.
EOS.
Go
No.
Let's see. I've got a Bivy chart, I thought. Yeah, here we go. So Bivy is, a really ugly, they can't make any money, so they have to borrow, and then that dilutes the stock and it goes down again. And then they get really close to like having a breakthrough, and then after that, the excitement dies down again. So if we just look at the last recent high that it had, I can't even tell which one. It must be after hours. Yep, here it is. There's an after hours spike up to $42. If it just retraces to the 61.2636, so look for, but first it's gonna have to push through 1071 to get to the 382 at 1669. So if you see it go to 1071 and start building a base, then I think you could get 1669 next for it. However, if it makes a new lower low, then $1.04, then you can just put this one back into the woodshed. That is BioV. And then if you want to, let's see, you are now here with EOSE. My wave one target is now $4.39 for the 764 with a retrace back to the 382, $3.23. I'll just put up on the screen here for you guys so you can take your screenshot. Let's see, the last time I did this was 239 days, but it's been a few days since then. I'm not really sure about this. About the timing, I'm still trying to work on all 195 days now. Maybe in 195 days, it might reach $9.33, which is 197% higher from where price is right now. There you go. So all the price targets are right here. So next 439, then 323, then 628, then 511, and then chart. Back to
you. Yes. So I have an EOS chart, and yeah, it's once again looking mighty good. And I see it back on top of my GAN level again. I see it right with the Ichimoku cloud, right at the top of it. So it's probably going to take a little bit of time. This is 315 right now as your resistance. But if you just go a couple weeks in the future, the cloud goes down. So then it could just be building a base on top of this zone, getting ready for this next leg higher. So yeah, I did a lot of accumulating down here, 216. And this, which was that baseline down there, and now price looks really kind of good to go higher, but maybe just a little bit more time before it wants to because of the cloud of resistance above. But I do like this chart a lot now, and I think I might be holding on to it until at least maybe 440 up here. So that's going to be my next target.
You know what? I reread that request for Bivy, and I realized I didn't really answer the question. I'm answering it right now. All right, if you pull me up here, I've revisited the BIV chart, and indeed, off of the recent low of $2.58, it made a higher high around 315, and then a higher low at 275, which lets me do an Elliott wave impulsive projection to say that it looks like, and then support found back at the 382. So it could be 1-2 complete, and it could be heading for $3.54 next. So the question was, is it ready for a breakout? They've been trading this range. Yes, it could break out. If it gets above 319, it's going to go to $3.54 with a back test to 332, and then on to $4.11. So there. That's a screenshot for you. Miners have bled me dry. All right, so Darren, sure, take some profit on your DXYZ today. Tesla is going to the moon. Good morning, Scott and Kim Kitty and Scarlett. Oh, hymns. I can pull my hymns real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa, weekly chart. All right. This is the wave 3 and wave 4 are inside of this larger degree wave 3. I don't usually do that because I just hold all the way through. But if you need to swing hymns, I would say you could swing a little bit from 36.49. That's 100% extension. Back down to this range, it could find support as early as 3106 or as deep and late as 2770. That's this range. So I don't know where, but somewhere in that box is where it'll find support, and then on to 4528. So you can take your screenshot of that. Let me just pull this out a little bit. And you see it comes back to 36.49 for support again after the 45.28 top. So there you go. Take a screenshot of that, and then just ask me again after we hit the wave 4 support, and I'll show you. Like I can just tell you. Hopefully you get a screenshot by now. It's way up here. $68.38 is where my wave 5. And then Matt, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I can just show mine real quick for El Hemis. It's just stuck, right? You can see clearly right now that this is just in a range, right? It closed yesterday right at the 1.272. Now pre-market it's there, but this is just the range it's in, 31.57 to 34.79. So probably yesterday was that opportunity to to maybe buy, right? Because that was a very good support so far. So it looks like it is just building a base on top of this fib, getting ready to go higher. So that's the only number you got to pay attention to. As long as that holds, this can go higher.
All right, I've got an OKLO chart for someone here, a lucky person.
There's some crypto I'm gonna just do real quick that I see on my screen. I see a Uniswap.
You go right ahead.
Uniswap. What's that?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Yeah, just a couple crypto that I'm looking at, and Uniswap, it's right back at this wick right here. So I'm just watching that. I want to see a weekly candle close above that 1705. Don't really need any indicators on that just because this is a previous. Whenever I see a big wick, I see that as a lot of selling pressure. So I want to see that close above. Once it closes above that, I think it goes higher. But the good news is it's above the cloud. It's getting more bullish, but one last step to get more and more bullish. 1705. Close a week above it, a weekly candle, then it's good. UMA, OOMA. Is that a stock? Oh, that's a stock. Yeah, I'll do the cryptos first real quick.
Sure.
DAG. Let's see. Constellation. Yeah, so this is right in between two fibs, the 0.5 and the 382. So I was expecting maybe it's going to go back and retest the 382, but maybe not. We'll see. But that is your support, 06512. And the 200-week moving average is still your resistance. As you can see, it cannot close a weekly candle above it. So 0.082895 is the target to close above 1 day. 1 week, 1 day, possibly you can do it. And Tia Celestia, I see that one here. So Tia is also stuck in between two fibs here, 50%, the 8.87, and the 382, the 7.229. So this is just the range it's in, and I'm looking for a weekly candle close above that 8.87 just to get the party started, trying to build a base at higher levels in order to continue towards the bottom of the cloud. And my arc's up here around the 1088. So it is getting more and more bullish, and as long as this 722 continues to hold, I think it just will be able to break through the resistance levels above. And I think with that said, wait, I see the question on Tia. Chart looks like clean, clear accumulation with the back test of the range breakout. Yeah, I mean, it broke out of some resistance. So this Tia chart does look good, right? It just broke out above the conversion line, baseline, and the 382. Just building a base at a higher level. So now one step at a time, break through each resistance level at a time. All right, off to you, Tracker.
Hey, I've got a question that comes from your own Patreon 5 group here. Someone was just asking, is the 0.886 always such a bear to break through for price?
I would say more on log scale, not on linear scale. And when I showed my Tesla chart on right here, this is linear, or this is log scale. It already broke it, right? It already broke it and flipped it to support. So it's not necessarily on linear scale going to be that big of a deal, but I'm just pointing it out because it can get rejected. And if it does get rejected, it could retrace a little bit. So if people like to try to time markets, maybe try to sell some tops here, or if you have a TSLL position, maybe trim some, and then possibly try to buy back a little bit lower. But usually log scale is the more difficult one. It already broke through. So linear scale, it's just the final step before all-time highs. That's it.
Very cool. I knew that answer was going to be interesting. I just knew it was.
Yeah.
Let's see. I could do ARM real quick. Oh, no, I've got OKLO up. So if you pull me up, OKLO has finished its wave 3 and wave 4. It's working on its wave 5 now. So I see it next, sort of melting up into $45.02, which will probably bring back. I don't want to take the time now. I'll draw this later, but just ask me again when we get close to there. But yeah, start take your profits into 45.02, possibly into 47.61, but because this only went really as high as the 123.6 fib, I'm not expecting to go higher than 223.6 right here. And that's OKLO. What else do we have? You haven't done T. Well, actually, let's look at Renew. What? Oh, that's a crypto. I'm sorry. That's a math thing. Take 2. Oh, I mean, I have a chart for this one. All right. I'll do the take 2 chart when Matt was answering something else. Yeah, DXYZ. If you missed the earlier part of the show, it is time to take a little bit off the table here. I usually would say if you have a great regular size position, sell half your position into 56.64 before pulling back to 41.62. That's important if it's worth mentioning again. Wolf, I've got a wolf chart. This is TeraWulf, yep. Weekly chart. Now you think about what you want to do next, and then I'll work on this other take two chart, and then while you're talking. Yeah, TeraWulf is already, it's almost finished. It's also in wave 5. I see it topping out right here at $10.07. It could possibly have topped out at 9.24. No, that's the 1618 though. No, I think it's going to the 2618 is $10.07. So look for TeraWulf to top out at 10.07, and then an ABC retrace takes it back down to about 5.85. You'll see it kind of bring it right back into this Ichimoku cloud again. Why is it so shallow? That's if it stopped at 50%. You know, it could be even scarier. The worst it would get. Oh my God. The worst it would get, I think, is if it did. Let me just get rid of this thing right here. 382.236.764 would be the worst. So 316 would be the absolute worst. Pretty, feeling awful is $4.34, but it might be bullish enough to only come back. That's why I had, so maybe 528 will be the retrace for Wolf. I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
For Wolf, Wolf. This is TeraWulf, not the light speed.
Correct. WULF.
Yeah. So Wolf, it's above my 200-week moving average continuously. Breakout, backtest, like all over the place. So that was your chance, your opportunity over and over. It gave you a whole month to accumulate, guys, and people were just panicking probably. And now it's going towards resistance, and that is 816, the 618. So that is the next hurdle to overcome in order to get to the bigger numbers, the $10, the $11, and even the 17 above. So bullish chart, just got to get above the 816.
All right, why don't you take another one there? I'm still drawing.
Yeah, MSTR. Let's do that one. People are worried about that, but there's no need to worry about MicroStrategy. This will be fine.
Oh, yeah. We kind of buried the lead, didn't we?
This one is really just backtesting support. First of all, it got rejected by the 1.618. Second of all, it retested the 1.414 in like the same kind of like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days, right? Big range in 4 trading days. And now it's looking like it's trying to build a base on top of the baseline. So that is 381.91. That is your support. If that continues to hold, then this has potential to continue higher. So if not, it'll just be stuck in a range a little bit longer, but this chart is fine, right? This chart is fine. I've been buying MSTU myself. I know I see a request for MSTX, but it's basically for me, I just like to reference the underlying asset more just to see if that's at support. And if that's at support, then the MSTU, MSTX is also at support. But Tracker likes to draw those. Yeah.
I do. Oh, I'm going to also say a lot of people that might be following Matt did a lot of buying of MST yesterday at the close.
Yeah, we were buying these wicks down here in the 380s, right down there. Yeah. It was it's good support, guys. It's just like a little ping pong, right? Boom, 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 right? Just going back and forth between resistance and support. But both extremes were hit already. The extreme of the 1.618 hit, and the extreme right down here hit. And I remember I was live when I was talking about this, and that I was at resistance up here. And actually, I took profits of MSTR up there, and so do people in my tier 5 as well. So this is something that we got to pay attention to always. Important log scale. This is a log scale. Important log scale fibs, because log scale is more difficult to overcome the first time. So
I'm going to remember that next time because I didn't take profit when you did.
Yeah.
Oh, log scale 1618. Yeah.
I think one of the most important log scale extension fibs is the
profit
1 point.
All right, let me show. All right, I did draw this Take Two Interactive. Never had done it before. So here we go. Based off of the this low right here, I went way back here and did this as a 1-2, but it didn't quite make sense. So I started right here. So from this wave start at $90 to 214.91, the all-time high, back to I'm sorry, wait, this is lower than that. 90. What? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 84.41, and this is 90. They're just so close together. I couldn't. Anyway, I see it like going like this. So it's already finished the 1-2. It went 618.382. So the next target is 123.6 for 251.30, and then it comes back to $189.70. Which means like right here, this is going to be some resistance. It's going to be support later. So it's going to show that it's going to be support later by building the base here before it goes up and then comes back down, touches that base, and then takes off. And then this story ends about 381.80. You can take your screenshot right there if you want. Again, all the price targets are the fib extensions on the right-hand side here next to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my Take Two Interactive. I have to add this to my chart. Really big deal out of. I said, hey guys, I published this chart publicly and said, hey, look, you can take this trade, and if you make money, then you need to take some of that money and subscribe to me with it. And I got a few subscribers. And
take their $2 of profit. Yes.
Exactly. Take $24 profit. You can afford it for 2 years, right? You can afford it to subscribe to me for 2 years. And indeed, I said, buy this dip right here. And then here we are. We're up 30% higher now. And I see it really is the wave 5. So this is going to melt up. So this is like this is like where you want to catch something. Now, let's look at the wave 2. The wave 2 was relatively short. It's possible this wave 4 could kind of go long and extend. Like it could fall over and then restart again. So do be aware of that possibility. But it could also, this could be relatively longer. This could be shorter. It's so hard to tell. I kind of do want to move this now to capture these. So, maybe as soon as December 13th, it could hit 1594, unless it pulls farther out into this cloud, and then it is more like what I had it maybe by December 18th or after Christmas. Anyway, Merry Christmas. The whole thing from where price is right now to $15.94 is about a 100% gain. Let's see. You're welcome. We did MicroStrategy. Is AMC ever going to do anything again? I don't know. Do you have an AMC take? I kind of look at it and say,
I don't. I mean, if GME starts to break out, which is not yet, then maybe AMC. But essentially, I think the meme stocks, they'll trade together. But there's a lot of resistance above for AMC.
It's not the worst. It looks like it wants to build something. Let's say it could do. Back 382. Yeah, let's do this. 764, 382, way out here. 1382, 100%, 2382. So maybe it reaches $12.56. Next year. It's not doing a lot. There are much better charts out there.
No point. GME looks better, but GME is still stuck in a resistance too. But I see an XRP request. I'm going to show my 4-hour XRP before we go, just so people can see what I see and what I share with my Patreon people all the time. So XRP, this 4-hour chart is a beauty. You can see when it was stuck in this wedge before down here, I said the 104 zone's going to hold. It did. And then it broke out to the next level and got rejected, went back to the angle, and it held up to the arc, and then up to the next level, and then the next level. That was the top, 280, the recent top, not the all-time high though, the recent top, and then back down to the level. And it's been retesting that level ever since. So people that are screaming, it's going to crash. Well, it has to prove it to me first. It has to close candles below the 221 first. And it hasn't. It hasn't even closed one 4-hour candle below that 221 level. And because of that, I'm still very bullish. So that means this is proving to me that what XRP is doing is just playing with people's emotions, and it can just do this. Oh, yeah, the bull's excited. Oh, the bear's excited. Oh, the bull's excited. And it's just doing nothing, right? It's just in a range until it's really ready to break out. So for everybody that's freaking out, it's just there's no point, right? Until there's a 4-hour candle close below that 221, then maybe it'll go back down to like $2, right? And then by that, or maybe even like the 190s. But until that happens, I'm not going to assume anything. It has to, like the way I trade, it has to prove it to me. I'm not going to speculate, oh, it's going to drop here because of reasons. No, it has to close candles below levels for price to prove it to me. It wants to go lower. And until then, it's a very, very, very bullish chart. Building a base. This is the definition of building a base at a higher level. So XRP looks good until it doesn't.
Ramp.
Well, I just see so many posts on X like, oh, I'm short until below $2. I mean, if you were short, then you should probably take profits around.
I know.
Take profit. Like
you're the.
I think if they're just waiting for a sub $2, I think that's being greedy at this point because it's not a guarantee. Right, like they well played for them that shorted this level up here, right? I don't like to short bullish trends because it's risky, right? It's more of a gamble because it could break easily. But yeah, the people that shorted, I think it's if they're not taking profits in this zone here, they're just being greedy because it could easily recover back to the highs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dan's asking about AMD.
Sorry, Dan, about my microphone. It's not No.
He's a loyal follower, so I have an AMD 4-hour that I just want to show real quick to you guys, and look what's happening. AMD 4-hour, huh? What is that? Is that support? I don't really show all my 4-hour charts. I usually save it to Patreon tier 5, but I'm gonna give you a little taste, taste of what you're missing out on. And Ichimoku is right there at the cloud as well. So it's just in a battle between the cloud resistance and the angle support. So it's I think it's maybe a week away before, or yeah, maybe next week sometime it probably will start its uptrend. So it's looking like it's a pretty good support zone right here around current price, even down to the cloud next week down here into the low 140s or high 130s. That would be good for a continuation higher. So it's in the nice zone. I've actually been accumulating more myself.
I just saw it go up. It just went up.
All right, we'll do one more tracker. So now you get to choose tracker choice.
All right, tracker choice. I'm sorry about the audio quality. It really is. It's just the ISP and or the router at my friend's house that I'm visiting in Michigan.
Or maybe you're a robot cutting in and out. Maybe
I am a robot cutting in and out. I kind of want to do. Oh gosh, I want to do something good. Let me show you my MSTX because I'm so excited about MSTX. It is my #1 position right now. And I should have sold it up here. And I should have sold it yesterday. And I'm so excited about where it's going. I'm just holding it. I messed up. I got 3 good faith violations on my account in 1 year. So now I'm in day trade jail until February. So I was afraid to sell it here because I was afraid it would just close this gap and then run back up again without me. And so I missed selling at the top here and then rebuying it this morning. But no worries, because I see it going 35.92, and that's just wave 1 of 3. Then the wave 2 of 3 takes it to 155.77. Then the wave 3, all of wave 3, there's an A, B in here, which I will calculate like I did for the other one I just talked about. But it goes to 365. That's a 258% gain. No, it's even more than that, because now we're down here. It is now just goes like, oh my God, what is MicroStrategy doing? What aren't they doing? They're just going to own everything, or well, BlackRock will anyway one day. 575.43 for a 486% increase over what price is right now. So even just to this wave 1, it's 103% higher. Got to change all these numbers now, but there you go. MSTX, I'm super bullish on it. Buy some. It's not financial advice, but buy some, because it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
you guys
finished.
have a great.
See you Monday, and be on the lookout for my Tesla and Palantir weekly update later on X and on YouTube. So it should be a good one, right? They're both breaking out, and it's going to be good things to come for both those stocks still.
Yep. And one last thing, Matt does have a special guest interview he's doing on Sunday.
We don't know the time yet. Yeah.
Right. But it's going to be.
I think it's going to be on. It's going to be on his Dagnum PI. Yeah, it's going to be on his. It's going to be on his X.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Dagnum PI reached out to Matt to ask him to be on the show.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you in the funny pages.